Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Clickbait. Like always, we got the Bachelor Nation breakdown. If you watched the episode this week, we are going to recap it. We have a very special guest coming on. She got a one-on-one this week. Her name is Aly. Can't wait to talk to her. She did skydive on the episode, which is pretty crazy. I also have a special co-host today. Mari is with me. Mari, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you.
Thanks.
What is new in the life of Mari and Kenny? Wedding planning? What's going on?
Yeah, lots of wedding planning. Slowly but surely getting there. I feel like there's so much to do. I don't know if you and Serena can relate, but there's just so many steps. I've got checklists. I've got Google Docs spreadsheets. It's madness, but we are slowly working through it. We actually got a couple things booked now, so we're on our way. I don't know. How about you guys?
Do you have a wedding planner, or are you doing it yourselves?
Well, we are doing it all ourselves. Our venue is like a standalone venue. So we have to look for all of the other vendors, catering, music, everything like individually, which is kind of stressful, but it's okay.
Wow. I respect it. I don't know if we could do it without our planner. Where your ceremony is going to be in Puerto Rico, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to do a small intimate ceremony situation in Puerto Rico with our family, closest friends. And then in Chicago the following spring, we're going to do a huge party. Everyone's invited, more casual situation.
Okay. So when doing that, because we actually were considering doing that, are you going to wear a wedding dress to the second one?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna go all out for Puerto Rico because that's the actual, main ceremony and everything. But I still want to feel like a bride in Chicago, and it's mostly because I have so many different wedding dress styles that I like, and I'm just trying to squeeze them all in.
Okay, I love that. Well, how is life in Chicago?
It's good. It's freezing. Actually, today's pretty nice. I think we're supposed to get up to 50 later on in the week or next week or something. So, kind of alarming actually that it's February and we're getting 50 degrees, but I'm not complaining because I love the heat. So bring it on.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I wish I was going to Puerto Rico because the weather looks incredible. Do you guys have a honeymoon spot yet? And are you going to do the honeymoon after the Puerto Rico wedding or the Chicago ceremony?
So we haven't decided when we're going to do our honeymoon. I think if we were to do it straight after Puerto Rico, it might be a lot to pack for and take on and stressful and all that stuff. So we might wait. I'm not sure. In terms of where we're going though, I think we're going to randomly draw out of a hat type of situation. We have a list of places we want to go. I think Italy is definitely both of our number one choice, but just to throw in some spice, I think we're just going to randomly pick it out.
I like that. That's actually a lot of fun. What are, give me a few more destinations in the hat. Italy, what else?
Yeah, Italy, probably just a whole European tour, actually, because my mom lives in Germany. So we'd probably go visit her for a couple days or something. I would love to go to Australia. It's kind of far, but that's definitely on the top of my list. Where else? Spain is a good one. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're all over the map. I love that.
Yeah.
What about Kenny? Has he been helping you with wedding planning?
Yeah, he's actually been pretty involved. He's actually sitting right here. Let's have him come on in.
Yo.
What's up, Kenny?
Hey, Joe.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you been?
Good. What? How's wedding planning been going for you? Are you doing anything, or is Mari doing it all?
She's doing 99%, I'd say.
Really? So you're really not doing anything?
Well,
Typical Kenny.
She's doing a lot of the research, and I'm just kind of helping stay within budget.
Okay. What are you most excited for? Because you guys got a lot going on. So, Puerto Rico wedding, Chicago ceremony, honeymoon, or bachelor party?
So I'm actually we are going to go to Vegas for my bachelor party, which is obviously pretty typical, but
yeah,
it's really just going to be my two best men and me, three guys.
Nice.
The dads already dropped out. we try to get the dads, but
they can't handle it.
No. Her dad could. My dad, it's a lot. But all in all, I think the Chicago wedding is going to be more fun not fun, but just because that's actually just going to be more of a party, and then where we can get a lot more like bachelor people involved and to come hang out and stuff. So I think that'll be a lot of fun, and it's a lot less moving parts with that one in Puerto Rico.
That's fair. Well, I mean, I know Mari wanted you to say the Puerto Rico wedding, so whatever can. All right, Kenny, this was great. You can leave now. Thank you so
I'll
much.
See it. Real quick, is that a velvet track jacket you got on?
It is. It is.
Okay.
This is actually what I initially got married in. This is my tuxedo. So.
All right.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you.
All right. Always nice to hear from your fiance. Let's get into Bachelor Nation breakdown number 1.
Right.
Claire Crawley gets married. Way to go, Claire. So happy for her. Claire Crawley is now married to Ryan Dawkins. Seems like she could not be happier. We're happy for her. After her run as the Bachelorette, it didn't end the best for her. And now she's happily married. That was quick though. Because I feel like
she's got her happy ending. You know, I think it's been a long time coming. She's had a couple stints on Paradise, then was the Bachelorette. It didn't work out, but I think this is a really good match for her. He seems like a really great guy.
Yeah, I think so too. And we don't judge for people that get engaged and get married quick because we're in that same category, right, Mari?
Exactly. We can't talk. But I mean, she looked gorgeous on the wedding day. I don't know if you saw the story that she had her wedding dress stolen before the had to use a backup, but either way, like you wouldn't have been able to tell. She looked stunning.
She got her dress stolen?
Yes, it was. She had her wedding dress in her car and it got stolen literally days before the wedding. So she had to go out and find a backup, and you couldn't even tell. Like the one that she wore fit her like a glove, and she looked so stunning. So
no way. That would really. I feel like that
freaking out.
Oh yeah. How could you not? It's your wedding dress. Yeah. I feel like the wedding dress is, for the woman, is the most important part, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I literally am having such a tough time deciding what I want to wear. I have like 7 different options. So
yeah, I know Serena, she picked hers out and I think she's like really happy with it, but also at the same time is like, kind of like, I hope I made the right choice, you know?
Oh my gosh, I know. It's literally a thing. It's called dress regret. And I'm in a bunch of like wedding planning groups on Facebook where I see all of these brides saying, I got my dress months ago, but I went and tried on some more for fun and now I can't decide. I'm like, I hope that doesn't happen to me.
Wow. You're always posting your wedding Wednesday. Would you ever, after all this, I don't know, maybe start your own wedding planning company?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm having a hard time with our wedding. I don't know if I can handle the stress of other people's wedding on top of that. And then you got to please them and make sure that they're happy. It's a lot of pressure. I don't know.
That's fair. Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to breakdown number 2. If you guys follow Rachel, Clayton, Michelle, they all broke the internet last week or whatever they posted. But there was a lot of rumors circulating that Clayton and Rachel may be back together. They posted together. It was kind of like a cute video where like Michelle's like, what's going on? And Clayton and Rachel are sitting next to each other. But Rachel put it all to bed because she said it's not true. They're just friends. Mm-hmm. Did you think it was? What'd you think?
I was kind of hoping that it was a little bit of a spark that was rekindling there. I think it would have been really cute. I think that during the time on the season, they both had a lot of strong feelings for each other. So I'm kind of sad that it didn't work out in the end. I was hoping that it would go that direction. But, whatever makes them happy.
I feel like I knew it was a joke because with their time on the show and how everything went down between them, I just don't feel like they would have released that information like that. Mm-hmm. Like it would have probably been like a romantic Instagram post, like we're together, but they're not. I thought Rachel was actually dating someone, but this could completely be false. So
I had not heard that. Yeah. We should dig into that some more.
Yeah, we should. Okay. Then we have, this is actually, it's one of the saddest things I've seen on Instagram in a while, especially in Bachelor Nation. Sarah Heron lost her son as soon as he was born. So, we're not going to talk about it too much. We just want to say like our heart goes out to her, her family, and we wish her nothing but the best. Very, very sad. Okay, and then we got some positive news. Astrid and Kevin are having baby number 2. Astrid did IVF and it worked again. Baby number 2 is on the way. So happy for them. They're a paradise couple who just got married. So
super exciting.
Yeah, love that for them. Okay, the episode this week, Bachelor Nation Breakdown number 3. Let's talk about it.
Right.
What's the first big thing that happened? I would say the first thing, you have Bailey. So this is quick. Bailey goes home during a cocktail ceremony.
Party.
Yeah. What'd you think about that?
Oh, I felt so bad for her. I mean, I think that Zach was just radiating that energy like he wasn't into it and she wasn't picking up on it. So she kept like pressing and pushing for that validation that she wanted. But I could see it on his face that like this wasn't going to end well. And I just felt bad. Like she was kind of shooting herself in the foot a little bit.
Okay, I got a question for you. Do you think if Bailey didn't push it? Because I think there's a lot of girls in the house, I mean, this is for every season, who kind of just like, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow. You think if she just went with the flow, didn't push it, you think he would have gave her a rose and she would be there next week?
You know what? I kind of feel like she would still be there because otherwise he wouldn't have had that, I guess, negative experience with her, if that makes sense, of her like, I need more. But we never know. So it's hard to say. But I think she should have stuck to it, kept that in and see how it would have gone.
I do too. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess if you know that you're not going to be the one at the end, what difference does it make if you stay or leave? I mean, it may increase your chances of going on Paradise. I don't know if that's something that she was interested in, but unfortunately, she went home. And then we have the first one-on-one with Zach and Katie, where they stay overnight. And I don't think we've ever seen that, have we?
No,
Mid-season?
It was very strange. I was like rooting for it, but I was like, is this right? Like, did they do this on purpose? It was kind of strange, but I'm here for it. I think the chemistry is definitely there. And I love the museum date. I think that was super cute. The whole time I was just thinking though, like, this seems like it's straight out of a rom-com movie. So
so I said this on a podcast, I think like 2 days ago. That was like their Ross and Rachel moment of, did you watch Friends?
Oh yeah.
So that was like their first date was at the museum and they stayed overnight. So I was like, oh, that is definitely where they got that.
No, it was literally perfect. I was all about that date.
And for our listeners, a correction, I guess season 13 of The Bachelor, Jason and Molly did an overnight mid-season. I didn't know that, but
I didn't either.
That's what our producer just told us. What do you think went down with Zach and Katie? Anything? A little bit of something?
No, I honestly get the vibe that everything was very tame, maybe some like cuddling, but I don't think that anything further happened between the two.
Really? Okay, so if you were in that situation, Mari, do you think you're in that situation, it's week whatever, it's very soon. Do you think anything goes down?
See, it's different because I personally... I don't know. It depends on who the person is. Okay, So let me say if it was me and Matt James, I don't think I would have done anything that soon. It's third episode, I don't know. I would have.
All right. If Kenny Boy was the Bachelor, do you think you would have gave in to temptation?
Yeah. If it were Kenny, I would not have been able to hold off. It would have.
That's what I figured. Good answer. Okay, but I do think Katie is going to be there for a while. She's kind of my front runner right now.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I like her a lot. I like Gabby a lot. So we'll see. I've got a couple I'm keeping my eye on that I think are going to make it far. So.
Okay. All right. Love that. Okay. So we have the second one-on-one date, Zach and Aly, which we didn't really see much of them prior to this date.
Yeah.
But I really like her. I think she's got a great personality.
Yes.
And I think they have a really good connection.
Yeah, I agree. I think that prior to the first date with them, I was kind of like, I'm not sure if I really see it between them because we hadn't seen a lot of them together initially. But once they were together on that date, I was like, oh yeah, this feels like they're really good friends already. And they just vibe. So
he seems very comfortable with her. I just hope it doesn't wind up being more platonic than
Yeah.
You know,
friend zone. Do you get friend zone vibes?
Not yet. I could see it going there, but let's lay off of this because we have Aly coming on and we'll ask her more.
Yes. All right.
I think the last thing we have to cover on this episode would be Brianna unfortunately sends herself home, which is a huge mistake because I thought was extremely funny.
Yes.
She's very honest, which is refreshing when you watch the show. And she kind of like, she said what was on her mind. She sent herself home. I think that was a mistake. I do think she'll be somebody that's going to be in paradise. But before she sends herself home, she leaves the fact that she didn't like Christina. The girls in the house don't like Christina. And Zach, was kind of like, all right, I believe you. What do you think about that? What do you think about Christina and the girls?
Well, first of all, I think that Brianna was fantastic for bringing it to him because most of the times in that situation, it's kind of like, I'm bringing this to you because I want you to like
I disagree. I disagree with you. I disagree with you. Yeah. I don't think she should have brought it to him.
She had nothing to gain though because she was leaving. So that's the only reason I agree with it.
She had nothing to gain except, here's the thing. I personally, from watching it, I don't really have an issue with any, like, at the end of the day, you are not there to make friends. You are there to end up with the lead. And that's what she was doing. So even if she's rubbing some of the girls the wrong way, I personally don't think she should go home for that.
I mean, I can agree to a certain extent. You're not there to make friends. But at the same time, you do have to live with these girls for weeks at a time. So I think the least you could do is just try to maintain the neutrality, at least with the girls. Because with Zach, you can, that's your man, go after him, do what you got to do. But you also have to keep in mind that there are other women there who have the power, essentially, which is what happened, to get you sent home or make him have a bad impression of you.
And I guess that shows off maybe how she is with other people that she's competing against in the real world. But, if you were there, Mari, you would have threw her cake in the fire, but you weren't.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
So I think that should wrap the Bachelor Nation breakdown. Let's go on and talk about the clickbait of the week. So,
all right.
Clickbait of the week, Super Bowl's coming up. We usually talk about something that relates to dating, but we are not doing that today. Vogue article. I know so many people are excited. Rihanna is performing halftime Super Bowl, and this Vogue article talks about who she could potentially be bringing up. Some of the names on the list for Jay-Z, Eminem, Britney Spears.
Yes.
Are you excited about Rihanna? And do you think she will be bringing anyone up, or you think she's going to do it all on her lonesome?
Okay, so yes, super excited about Rihanna. This is like a big comeback moment for her. She hasn't released new music in a long time. She hasn't performed in a long time, aside from the song that she did for Black Panther recently. So I'm super excited. I feel like she's going to have to go all out in a sense because you've got to come back with a bang. So yes, I do think she's going to be bringing out some heavy hitters. Like you said, I expect Jay-Z. I would love, love, love to see Britney Spears, free Britney. She's out. She's got her freedom back. So we'd love to see her get back into music.
If she calls up Britney Spears, if Britney Spears comes out, that would be nuts. That would probably be the biggest Super Bowl halftime ever. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
I agree. Rumor has it that she might be announcing a tour after the Super Bowl.
I would die. I actually got to see Rihanna live one time. I won tickets from a radio station. They were the crappiest tickets, but it was such a good experience. She came out from the back of the audience and walked to the front of the stage. It was really cool. So if she were to announce a tour, I would definitely be on board.
Who are you more of a fan of, Rihanna or Taylor Swift?
Oh, Rihanna.
Yeah. Okay. Rihanna or Beyonce?
Rihanna.
Nice.
I know that's going to ruffle some feathers. Both of them, Taylor and Beyonce fans, they're very intense, but I don't know. I just vibe with Rihanna's music a little more.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I like Rihanna. I think she's great. Maybe she'll call up ASAP Rocky, right? That's her husband.
Of course. Got to.
They're married, correct?
I'm actually not sure if they ended up getting married. I know they have a baby together.
They have a baby together.
A son who's super cute. I don't think they actually got married, though.
I don't know. I think they've been They've been together for a while though. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rihanna, I mean, honestly, we were talking about this yesterday. Rihanna, if anyone's done it right, it's her.
For sure.
She basically crushed the music industry, took a step back, got married or had a baby, personal life to herself, started a company that just is crushing. Like, man, good for her.
No, Fenty, like the makeup brand is phenomenal. And then of course we've got Savage by Fenty, her lingerie brand. Like she's just popping off left and right and like has nothing to do with music. So she's good either way, but I would love to see her make a
I don't know how I know all this, but like I heard that her it must be from Serena, but like I heard her makeup's like actually like really good.
It's really
like
good.
makeup artists
I'm
use
wearing
it.
the lip gloss right now. Yeah. It's actually really good.
And is the makeup Savage Fenty or is it
no,
what's the brand?
Called Fenty.
Fenty? Mm-hmm. And then the lingerie brand is Savage Fenty.
Savage by Fenty, yeah.
Okay. Savage by Fenty. Okay, so Fenty's the brand.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. Nice. All right, well, I'm impressed with my Rihanna knowledge. And
yeah, me too.
I'm glad that we chose this for clickbait because you're such a fan. All right, I think now's the perfect time to bring on our guest. Like I said, you know her from this episode. She got a one-on-one with Zach. They had a great connection. It looks like she's going to be around for a while. Everyone, please welcome Aly to Clickbait. Aly, hi. Welcome. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Good. Thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it. We saw you did a one-on-one. We're going to get into that, but we want to talk a little bit more about your background. Where do you live? Where are you from? And how'd you get on the show?
Yeah, I'm currently in Atlanta, Georgia, but I am born and raised in Houston, Texas.
I'm going to
girl.
Atlanta. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow.
Oh, fun. I love Atlanta. I love it.
How'd you get on the show?
I actually had a friend nominate me. And so we had the Braves, or if you know baseball, I say cheerleader very loosely because we cheer on the team. Sure. We do not do any type of competitive cheering. But the Braves cheerleaders, so to say, we were having like a practice or whatever, and we're all sitting there. And I was just like, I went through a breakup. And everyone's like, what? And so my friends took it into their own hands to then just say, fine, we got you. We'll just sign you up for The Bachelor. And so I don't want to say it started off as a joke, but it kind of was a joke because I was like, cool. And then they actually called me. So
that's actually exactly what happened to me. I feel like nowadays more people are nominated than people that apply themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. I would not have applied myself. No offense, but
what was the time frame from when they nominated you to when you heard?
Had to have been maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks when I heard. I'll never forget that day because I was in a meeting. And when you get a call from a phone number you don't know, you don't answer. And then I got a text message that said, hey, I'm so-and-so from The Bachelor. Like, give me a call back. I literally was just like, I got to use the restroom, guys. I'll be back. Let's circle back like in an hour. And got up, grabbed like a little huddle room and called her immediately. I was just like, this has to be a prank call. So it was about 2-3 weeks.
So what did you feel when you initially found out that it wasn't a prank call, that it was actually legit?
It was exciting initially, and then you realize just how many steps, like this is a process, it's truly like an application and it's an ongoing conversation with them. And so it was exciting, and then it's not exciting, and then it's exciting again. And then you're just like, really, you need all this stuff? Mixed emotions throughout it until you actually get there and it's actually happening. I feel like at every point in the process, I was like, yeah, this is over. They're not picking me. But then we would continue on. So I don't know, mixed emotions.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's kind of what everyone goes through. When you stepped out of the limo, can you describe that feeling for us? Because we all know it, right? You go through the ups and downs of casting, and then like once you actually step out of the limo, you're like, oh, all right, I actually went through with this.
Yeah, I was beyond nervous. I honestly don't even remember everything that was like going on. It was very much a blur. I don't even know throughout the entire process if I was like there until after like week 1. Just because, it's so nerve-wracking. Sensory overload. You're meeting way too many people at once between, getting to meet Zach, which is exciting, but then also meeting 30 girls, but then also meeting everyone that's a part of it. It's overwhelming to say the least. So getting out the limo is a blur, but honestly, their first entire week is a blur.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like you black out in the moment and then you get into the room, right? And it's like, what just happened? What did I say? Did I do it the right way? Yeah.
Okay, so as a viewer, the first few episodes, we don't really see much of you and Zach. And then he chooses you for his one-on-one. So were you shocked by that? Or is there stuff that we didn't see that...
I think there's always stuff that you don't see just because there's so much that goes on and they have to cram into 2 hours. But I was shocked, but honestly, it's just because it was so soon. Like, I don't think anyone, and there's so many people. So like the odds of you getting it is just so slim in the beginning that it was an initial shock. But I do think we had a spark. I just don't think that was able to necessarily show. Everyone has a spark or we wouldn't really be there. Like you would have gone home with the other girls on night one if he really didn't see it. So yeah, it was a shock, but at the same time, I think as soon as I found out, I was also just so excited that I was like, whatever, I don't care. Maybe he accidentally called the wrong girl's name, put it on the cart. I'm going. Sounds great. So,
good.
All right. So let's talk about the date. First thing you guys do, skydiving. I actually did skydive once in my life. I thought it was an awful experience. I hated every second of it.
Oh my gosh.
I was nauseous on the way up. I was nauseous on the way down. I was nauseous for 2 hours after. What was going on in your head when you're like, oh, we're jumping out of a plane?
I can confidently say that you get used to the fact that it is a production and there's other things around and there's, people with mic things running around and all that stuff. You get very accustomed to that very quickly because you're just thrown into it. That day, at least in the beginning, I have never been more hyper aware of everything that was around me. And so it's so funny because like watching it back with my friends, they're like, you are not that mellow. How are you this chill? I was like, I am internally combusting. Like I am freaking out. And it's like, I'm just like, be cool. Be cool. Like, what's the worst that can happen? They're not going to film you dying. Like, what's the worst that can happen? But I just kept thinking in my head, there's just no way they're going to film me dying. So like, if there was any more safe moment to skydive, it's right now. And so I don't know, I compartmentalized that and I was just like, just be cool, calm and collected. We do not have time for a temper tantrum out here. Jump and be done. But then I have to disagree with you. Once I was in the air, the first few seconds, terrifying. I thought like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. Once he pulled the parachute, I literally was flying. I was going in circles, living my best life. I thought it was so euphoric. I loved it. Every second of it. Would do it again.
Okay.
Wow. Good for you. I've never been skydiving. So honestly, when I saw the shot from the top, I was like, my heart started pounding. I was like, I can't believe they're about to do this. So props to you.
Would you ever do it solo? Would you ever jump solo?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's just not for me. No.
That's scary. If you,
yeah.
It doesn't seem like you used to watch the show before, but if you know who Dean is, he's been on the show a few times and he like free solos and like jumps out of planes like all the time.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Crazy.
No,
How was Zach on the way up? Was he freaking out?
Zach was saying that he was freaking out, but he was so cool because he was even talking. And I just remember thinking in my head, if you don't stop talking to me, the man just told us the instructions. I'm trying to remember exactly what he said about leaning your head back and putting your feet here and grabbing. And you're being so sweet and so nice. And like, I'm here for you. And I'm like, got it. Okay, cool. I only have so much like capacity to remember what's going on. You got to be quiet. I'm trying to remember the instructions. But he was being so nice and so chill. And he said he was nervous, but I don't know. He looked really calm.
He comes across very nice.
He is very nice. I can attest to that.
Is he that nice?
He is really that nice. Like,
okay.
I mean, we see the stuff I see online, everything. And I'm just like, he is really that nice. Like, he is a good guy.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Do you usually date good guys?
I do date good guys.
You do?
I'm a softie. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But up until this point, it hasn't worked out, right? So are we thinking of maybe switching?
To bad guys?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. What kind of bad guy are we talking? I mean.
Okay. So what comes next on the date? Is it the hot tub?
Yes, the hot tub does come next. And they never tell you, they didn't tell me I was skydiving, let alone that I was going to get in the hot tub. And I just remember going like, you guys, I don't want to get my hair wet. Like I sat here, I flat ironed it. I do not want to get my hair wet. Like that was like my biggest like nerve, not getting in a swimsuit, getting in the hot tub, but the fact that my hair was going to get wet was a problem. But no worries, that's what hair ties are for.
So you'll jump out of a plane 30,000 feet in the air, but a hot tub, nah, too much.
It's a no-go for me. That's when I immediately was just like, the date is over. I cannot do this. But everything went really well. The hot tub is not as awkward as I thought. I mean, it's truly in the middle of nowhere in the vineyard, and they're just like, hop in. And I'm like, okay, great. But it was chill. Like once we got in there, we just started talking. It was nice.
Did you have any like moment alone in there, or was the camera on you the whole time?
I would say for the most part, you feel alone because they're not in your face per se. So, I mean, that's just, again, another moment where it's like, you truly forget everything that's going on. You're just really hanging out and talking. And so, yeah, it was, I mean, they were there, but I honestly forgot that they were.
Okay.
That's kind of the best though, because it makes it more intimate, more romantic. You're in a hot tub with this guy that you're getting to know. Do you remember some of the things that you guys talked about in there?
Oh, we were just shooting the shit, honestly. I couldn't even, like, we were just talking, which was really nice. And they just gave us time to talk, which was cool. So I honestly couldn't tell you, probably just random conversations. I'm a big rambler. And so
what's the attraction level at this point?
I like him. I get the feels. He's so sweet and so kind and so like, I don't know, like just, I'm trying to think of like a good word to describe it, but you feel like you can be open with him. And maybe it's also because we literally like fell from the sky that I like those nerves that you kind of get where you don't know what to say. Like that all kind of went out the window after that. And we just got to like hang out and vibe. And so, I don't know, he's really easygoing, really easy to talk to. Like could probably make friends anywhere. Like he's just that guy. So I don't know. I'm feeling the feels.
Okay. Do you think he's feeling you?
I hope so. He better be. I think so.
What was going on? What was going on in your head in this moment, hot tub moment? Do you think he's feeling you?
Well, yeah, because I'm thinking, I mean, we're already in bathing suits and we have champagne in our hand. Like, can you kiss me already? Which now watching that back, I'm not going to lie. I'm like, you kiss a lot of people. This is weird now. You don't think about that in the moment. You're very tunnel vision. And so it's like you and only you. And then you're like, no, it's you and all your sister wives. It's fine. But I don't know. That's what I was thinking was just like, I don't know, be confident, go for it. Let's do this. Like they set the tone.
You definitely gave off confident vibes. You looked great. And after that, you actually also had a very romantic dinner where you opened up a bit. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we had a dinner at a very historical building in LA. And it was nice. It was really, really nice. It was dark, so it was intimate. Had a little concert after. And I just feel like everything fell into place for that. Like, I mean, in the beginning, we had the skydiving. I felt open. We got to get in the hot tub. So now I'm really open. And now we just have this moment where I feel like I could be, you know, I could share things with him in a comfortable setting. I don't trauma dump, nor did I have trauma to dump. And so like, I just remember that night, I was so focused on like, I really want to have a deep conversation with him so that he knows I'm serious, so that he knows I'm into it. But at the same time, like, I just have no trauma to dump onto you. So I just remember thinking like, tell him about past relationships, maybe tell him about like, just so that he could get a little bit more of a sense of like who I am and who I've dated in the past, maybe, and like what I'm looking for in the future. I watched that back and there were a few things that I said that I was like, maybe not first date material, but it's fine. Very honest, but it was nice.
Okay. So you leave the date. What's the deal? Are you in love? Are you in like? Are you confused? What's going on?
I'm very much in like. I think I have all the butterflies. I am notorious for saying I love you very fast. And so I think in situations like this, I have to remind myself that freaks people out. But I do love everyone. Like I'm a lover girl. And so
wait, in the real world, let's say you're dating somebody, how quickly, and you're into them, how quickly is I love you coming out?
Is tequila involved?
Tequila's involved. Everything's involved. Yeah.
I will literally say I love you like within the first month because like here's the thing. I do love you. Like if I'm talking to you and I'm vibing with you, I love you. Like I love you. But it's not in the sense that like I'm not ready to walk down the aisle with you. I'm not ready to go to chapel with you. Like I just love you and I love the way that you make me feel and I love like the vibes that we're having and I want to keep like feeling this love. But it doesn't like I think people take it too seriously. They take it too seriously.
But when do you say I love you when you when it's like, oh, I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you? When it has that kind of meaning, when do you throw that out?
I think that's exactly what you say though. Instead of just saying I love you, you're backing it up with those other affirmations of like you're the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. You're like not teaching them. You're showing them your family. You're introducing them to your life outside of just like you and them. And so for me, I feel like it's like that next step. You're not just saying it, but you're putting like a different type of action behind it. Yes.
So
and that's when they know. Exactly.
I can appreciate that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how does having a one-on-one really change your experience throughout the whole thing?
I feel like you become like, it does feel more real. It does feel like it's just you and him in that moment because you're not having to fight for time. You're not having to like navigate other girls wanting to talk to him. It does make me personally a bit territorial. I'm just like, stop talking to my boyfriend. Like all in good fun, but at the same time, like it hits harder than before when other girls talked to him before. And got opportunities. I was excited for them. I was like, oh, I'm so glad you got to talk to him. Like, can't wait for my moment. And now I'm just like, I would rather you not talk to him. Like, it's weird.
Let's talk about that because that's fair. That is very fair. And I think that is how you should think if you are into him. So what are your thoughts on Christina, who everybody was upset because she constantly was talking about how great her one-on-one was. And she was like, wasn't supportive of the other women when they got a rose or whatever.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
From the outside looking in, I can empathize with all the parties and understand where everyone's coming from. In this particular situation, I think it's very unique for both myself and I don't want to speak for Katie, but I'm going to say potentially Katie, because since we had our one-on-ones this week, we were so far removed with everything else that was going on. So I just remember at the pool party, I literally was sitting there like, shit hit the fan, but can someone like pull me to the side and clue me in on what's going on? Because I genuinely did not know about the drama or what the drama was, had never necessarily had to listen to people repeatedly talk about their relationship with Zach in that sense, or Christina in that and that example. But like I never had to listen to that. I wasn't around. I was by myself hanging out, or with Katie hanging out, waiting, for my moment with Zach. So I don't know. I empathize about all things now that I'm on the opposite end. Like I understand why Christina was so into him, because like you want to scream from the rooftops, oh my gosh, I really like this guy. I'm really into him. I want to tell everyone about him. But at the same time, you're telling his other suitors that you're into him. It's weird.
It seems like you all have a pretty good...
You know what? Give me a real answer here. What did you think? Do you like Christina or not?
It is a real answer.
No, I know. I
vibe with it. Like I get it now.
You love everybody. We get it, Aly. You love everyone in the house. You're dropping I love
She's
yous
a
left and
lover
right.
girl.
I am a lover girl.
But that I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, not like currently right now, but in the season, like how are you feeling? Are you feeling like, all right, besides like you don't want anyone else really dating him, are you feeling confident going every day, like with your relationship with Zach?
I think I'm feeling like really secure, but at the same time, like one of the things that really like tips me off is seeing, like not even seeing other girls' conversation with Zach, but like they could say nothing and seeing them come back and they're glowing. And I'm like, dang, it must have been good. Like watching people, there's a few girls who literally, you can see them physically emote. Like you can see it. Like you don't have to tell me anything. I know your conversation was great. Fantastic. Awesome. So I'm feeling really secure. And then I have moments of insecurities when I kind of see that, because I'm just like, oh, holy cow. That hurt, but I'm feeling secure.
Is there anyone at this point that you're like, oof, she has the strongest connection with him?
That I actually know of, no, because I only know what they tell me, and I don't necessarily always believe that. Christina, like, not telling us her date is a prime example of you just don't know what people are doing or what they're talking about. When I came back, I didn't necessarily tell everyone I got in the hot tub. Like, I told them about my date, that I went skydiving and stuff. And, you know, if they asked, I chatted about it. But otherwise, I didn't go into deep detail about every single thing Zach and I did. And so that's hard to answer. I don't know.
All right. We're going to play a little game. But before we do, describe your season in one word without like spoiling it, obviously.
One word? Can I say gal pals? That's one word. We'll make it one word.
Gal pals.
That's sweet.
You know what gal pals make for? Boring TV.
No, we don't.
We need some villains in here. It's
for the girls. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can, anytime you put girls into a room, whether y'all have been best friends for years or whether, you know, you're just the sweetest, kindest people, shit still hits the fan. So, I mean, not teasing anything. I'm just saying, give it time. You know, emotions run high. We're dating the same guy. And it is what it is.
Agreed. No, I agree with you, because at the end of the day, only one of you is going to end up with the guy, and the rest of you can have lifelong friendships with each other. So I'm team girl power.
Yes.
If also, before we go, if you are single, which we don't know if you are, would you consider being the Bachelorette? Would you consider going on Paradise?
I think I would consider all of the above, but it is one of those things that afterwards you really have to, I mean, it's the emotion part. Like, it's not,
you got to unpack
exciting,
a lot
it's
after.
Fun. Yes. I need to unpack a lot before I can move forward.
Fair.
Well, we're rooting for you. We wish you the best. And let's play a little game. You ready?
Yes.
All right. We really enjoyed chatting with you. And this is just for fun. We're going to do some quick rapid fire questions. Let's get into it. What is the first thing you do when you wake up?
Take my dog out.
Oh, that's a good answer. Good dog mom. Favorite holiday?
Easter, by far.
What? Easter.
Joe, what's wrong with Easter?
Oh my God. Well, it's not Christmas, that's for sure.
Okay, fair, but no, Easter.
Okay.
It's springtime. It's warm in Easter.
There you go. Changing of the seasons. We love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is one place in the world that you absolutely have to visit one day?
Australia.
Same. That's on my list.
Yeah. So Mari just said that before the podcast.
What is your go-to cocktail?
French 75.
Oh, okay. Sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know the answer to this, but are we a dog person or a cat person?
Oh, big dog gal.
Yeah, same. Okay. What is the screensaver on your phone right now?
I am totally against screensavers. It's the one that the iPhone comes with. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Yep. I don't know. I've never changed my screen. Like, it's the one the iPhone comes with.
All right. What is the best advice you've ever received?
I don't know. Just go for it. Why not? Do it.
Okay. Love that. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Well, I can't. I don't know the words. I drug my key into the side.
Okay.
What's that song? You know what I'm talking about? Kelly Clarkson. Before
Carrie
He Cheats by Carrie Underwood. Oh, sorry,
I-
Kelly.
Both amazing singers. It's all good.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite curse word?
Yeah. Not really. I try not to cuss, but
That's good.
I try not to cuss. But I mean, if I'm gonna cuss, go big or go home. So fuck.
Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and last one we've got. What is one piece of advice that you would give to anyone who ends up going on The Bachelor in the future?
To think before doing. Just take a moment, take a beat, think. Do you actually want to do that? Not for like going on the show, but like if you're going on, like once you're there, just every day, just take a moment, just think.
Breathe.
We'd have a very different show if everyone actually took the time to do that. But great
that
advice.
is very true. It'd be less entertaining. So you know what? Don't do y'all's thing.
All right, Aly. Thank you so much for taking the time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much.
I like her. I think she's got a great personality. I think she goes far. I don't know if she goes all the way to the end. What do you think?
Guess we'll have to find out, but I agree. I think she's super sweet, bubbly personality, and obviously there's something there with Zach. So I'm rooting for her, and I hope that she goes far. And we'll just have to watch and find out.
I feel like if she doesn't end up with Zach, I'd say she's potential Bachelorette.
Ooh.
I also think she's a lock for Paradise.
Oh, for sure.
Lock it up. That they'll definitely ask her. So yeah, that was fun.
Joe, thank you for having me today. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in, and especially to Aly for being our guest.
Yes, and as always, make sure to subscribe and submit all your questions. We want to know what clickbait you want us to get into. Follow us on social at ClickbaitBN on Instagram. All the links to all our other pages are right there. Also, they are casting for men to date our next Bachelorette. If you're single or you know someone who is single, go to our website to nominate or apply at bachelornation.com/apply.
Share your stories with us. We want to know what clickbait you're looking at this week. And Prime members, make sure to listen to Clickbait ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today, or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus on Apple Podcasts. But before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
Mari, thank you so much for being here. Our listeners, we love you. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And everyone that doesn't listen, well, we don't really love them. Thank you. I will see you next week. Bye.